Okay, so this is just a supplement video for kids starting to do FOM 11, Chapter 5, Section 2. How do you graph a frequency polygon? So what you do is, of course, have Desmos ready. And when you first turn on Desmos, you have this empty field. What you can do is you can at least, you can hit the plus button, and what you want to do is you want to go to table. Okay, so you have x1 and y1, and x1, just like my previous video, what you want to do is you want to find a middle value between this range of values, so 0.1 to 0.9. Hopefully what you would do is you would add these two values. Excuse me. You would add these two values and then divide by 2, so it's 0.5. And then 1 to 1.9, you would add those two values and divide by 2, so that would be 1.5. And Desmos is pretty clever. It understands the pattern. And so you just keep doing that. With the exception of the very last interval, 8 to 9.9, that's really 8 to 10. So we're going to cut that in half. So the very last interval will be 9. Okay. Now, y1 would, of course, be this value of 253. And I'm not going to waste your time. I've already entered all of them in on a second screen. And there you go. Okay. Now, what you do is once you have the data values all entered in, okay, all you do is you hit and hold, okay, left click and hold that green marker, and then it allows you a bunch of features. You can use points, you can use lines, or you can use like shaded lines, you can sort of see, okay, and or dotted lines. Now, if you want to zoom in to fit the screen, you have a feature, let me just blow this up. You have a feature where on the wrench icon, you can set the values, okay? So notice that for the X values, or what's called the X axes, it's between 0 and 10. So if you wanted, you can change this to 0 all the way to 10. And then for the y values, well, what's the smallest y value? The smallest y value is 5. The biggest y value is 43,890. So if you wanted, you can change the y-axis to 0 all the way to, let's say, 50,000. And that'll give you a better picture overall of the frequency polygon. Now, of course, you want to put headers. I think on the x-axis it was I think it was earthquake magnitude or something like that. I forget. Earthquake magnitude. And then I think the y-axis was frequency. Okay, and so once you have that, and of course I have a typo, but you understand, okay? And so now you have your titles on your assignment. Now, of course, if you have a second set of frequency values, all you do is you use your left click, and now you can say, oh, you know what, I have y2. And so you can just enter all the y2 values and then follow the procedure outlined here. So these steps will allow you to do questions 1A and 6A. Okay? I hope that makes sense.